open our service, our formal service of Kabbalat Shabbat, praying together on page 24, Psalm 95. Heavens rejoice and the earth be glad. Let the sea and 26 Ismechu Hashamayim. Shirul Adonai Shir Chadash. Sing a new song unto the Lord, for God has done marvelous. That holy power has brought deliverance. Shirul Adonai, page 30.
Shirul Adonai Bekinor Bekol Zimra Achatzot Bekol Shofar Ariu Lifnei Amelech Adonai Shirul Adonai Bekinor Bekol Zimra Achatzot Bekol Shofar Ariu Lifnei Amelech Adonai
Adonai B'nei Elim, Abul Adonai Kavod Va'oz. Glory to the Lord High, whose power we proclaim. Heavenly beings, sanctified glory. Please rise, page 36, Psalm 29.
מזמור לדוד, הבול אדוני בני ימים,
הבול אדוני כבוד ועוז,
הבול אדוני כבוד שמו,
השתחוו לאדוני בהדרת קודש.
כל אדוני על המים, אל הכבוד ירים, אדוני על מים רבים. כל אדוני בכוח, כל אדוני בהדר, כל אדוני שובר ארצים ושבר אדוני ארצי הלבנון. ויקידם כמו עגל, לבנון וסיריון כמו ברמי. כל אדוני חוצב להבות אש,
כל אדוני יחיל מדבר,
יחיל אדוני מדבר קדש, כל אדוני יכול לילדות, ויחשוף יערות, ובחלום כולו אומר כבוד. אדוני למבול ישב, וישב אדוני מלך לעולם. אדוני עושה עמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. לי 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 לי
We can take a seat. We are leaving behind a difficult day, lives. Kaplan Tower, first, gas price, inflation, topics that are overwhelming us. This is a time of our relation. God welcoming the bride, but bride. Kadodi, page 40.
שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, ישמיענו אל המיוחד, ישמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, ושמו לתפארת ולתהילה, לך דודי לקראת גאלה. לקראתה, בני שבת
Take a seat as we turn to page 44, Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat.
מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות אל אדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון. להיגיון וכינור, מזמור השיר
יום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני.
לשמחה עליון ולזמר לשמחה עליון, כי שיבחתני אדוני לפניך במעשה ידיך הנר, הגדול עשך אדוני מאוד אמרו מחשבותיך, מזמור השיר
יום השבת, טוב להודות
ולזמר לשמחה עליון, ולזמר לשמחה עליון.
I'm carrying the tradition from my congregation, Temple Beit Israel, of sharing with you a story in between the end of Kabbalat Shabbat and the beginning of Arvit service, the evening service. We call that the richer moment. And in honor of that richer moment, I would like to share with you the following story. As you probably know, these stories are happening because people are telling the story, or people are the actors of the story. Many of them are attributed to people that probably didn't know about that, but they are the head, or they are the name on that story. So this one is about Albert Einstein, who once wrote on a blackboard the following: 9 times 1 equal 9, 9 times 2 equal 18, 9 times 3 equal 27, 9 times 4 equal 36. He went on. 9 plus 9, 81. 9 plus 10, 91. Suddenly, chaos erupted in the classroom because Einstein made a mistake. Obviously, the correct answer to 9 plus 10 is not 91, and all his students ridiculed him. Einstein waited for everyone to be silent and said the following: despite the fact that I analyzed 9 problems correctly, no one congratulated me. But when I made one mistake, everyone started laughing. This means that even if a person is successful, society will notice his slightest mistakes, and they will like that. So do not let criticism destroy your dreams. The only person who never makes a mistake is someone who does nothing. Attributed to Albert Einstein. I don't know if it happened, but the message is very powerful. Please rise as we open the ark to recite the Barhu, the invitation to prayer. page 60. Avat olam beit Israel amcha ahavta. With everlasting love, you have loved your people Israel. You have taught us the Torah. You have taught us mitzvot. You have instructed us in its laws and judgments.
אהבת עולם, בית ישראל, עמך תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו, שוכבנו וקומנו, נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמע בדברי תורתך, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו לאורך ימינו, ולאורך ימינו, בהם נגע יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאותה על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Page 86, Mi Hamocha.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mi kamocha bainim Adonai. Mi kamocha nehar b'kodesh norat tehilot. Osef
Page 90, Ashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, v'amideinu malkeinu lechaim. Help us, O God, to lie down in peace and awaken us to life on the morrow. May we always be guided by your good counsel, and thus find shelter in your tent of peace. Guard us always and everywhere. Bless us with life and peace. Praise to you, O God of peace, whose love is always with us, who shelters the people Israel and protects Jerusalem in love.
השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך ותגננו בעצה טובה מלפניך. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום ועמידנו מלכנו לחיים. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל ועל ירושלים.
Frost עלינו סוכת שלומך, frost עלינו rise as we turn to page 96, Veshambru. Page 108, Hatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה
Amen.
ילמד יברך חירותך וימליך מלכותך בחיי יומך ובחיי דכל בית ישראל
Bagala, bagala, ובזמן קריב.
ויאמרו אמן יש מרב המבורך לעולם ולעולם מעולמיה יברך וישתבח בית פאר בית רומן בית נאסר בית אדר בית עלה בית אדר שמי קודשה
בריחו.
לה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחה ונחמתה תמיד בעלמה אמרו אמן אנני ני ני אנני ני אדוני אנני ני 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 שפתי אנני 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 ופי יגיד תהילתך אוי שפתי תפתח אנני אנני ופי יגיד תהילתך
O Lord, open my lips, open my heart, that my mouth may declare your praise. Amida, in between pages 110 and 118 in private devotion.
שלום עלינו, עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה, שלום עלינו, עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה, שלום עלינו, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם.
We can take a seat. ויחולו השמיים והארץ וכל צבאם, the heavens and the earth and all within them were finished. By the seventh day God had completed the work of creation, and so God rested from all his or her work. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because on it God sees all the divine work of creation. Page 128, Magen Avot.
מגן אבות בדברו, מחיים עדים במאמרו, האל הקדוש אין כמוהו, המניח לעמו ביום שבת כי בם רצה להניח להם, כי בם רצה להניח להם, לפניו נעבוד וירא בפחד, ונודה לשמו בכל יום תמיד, ואין הברכות.
אל ההודעות, הטוב השלום, מקדש השבת ובחסדים.
ומניח בקדושה לעמדו שיונים זכר למעשה, למעשה בראשית.
ותהל ליבנו לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך באמת. ותהל ליבנו לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך, לאהוב לך באמת.
May your people Israel, who sanctify your name, find true rest on this day. Baruch atah Adonai, who sanctifies the Shabbat.
אמן.
Page 134, Kaddish Shalem, please rise.
יתגדל ויתקדש שם רבה,
אמן.
ירבד יברך גדולתה וימליך מלכותה בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויגמרו.
Amen. יש מרבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך.
אנחנו נשתבח ויתפעל בתרומה מתנשא יביא הדר ותרבית על השמד כל השבריחו.
בריחו.
אלם כל בריחתה ושילתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמיר רבה וימרו.
Amen.
יתקבל צאתון ואתון לכל ישראל כל משמע וימרו.
Amen.
יש אמר משמע וחיים עלינו ולכל ישראל וימרו.
Amen.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל ישראל ויאמרו אמן.
Page 142, Kiddush, sanctification of the time, sanctification of Shabbat through the wine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו בשבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. We can take a seat. Let's invest a few moments in meditation, in thoughts, accompanied by the melody and the music of our service.
Shabbat Shalom. Let's try it one more time. Shabbat Shalom. And at home too, hopefully at Shabbat Shalom. So this parsha, Shalach, it's the parsha of my bat mitzvah. A little while ago. So this is the parsha of the Meraglim, of the spies. And finally, Bnei Israel arrives close to Eretz Canaan, to Israel. And what they say? We want to see it, right? So we know how that ends, and if not, wait until tomorrow and the rabbi's sermon. But everything has its time, right? And everything arrives, things that seem so far away. And this song that we're singing, it's an Esa Einai, composed by Laura Bergson, and it's a different than the one that you know, but hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as I do. I have learned this song I wanted to share with you for about 8 years. And for a reason or another, we never got to do that. So this is the time, and hopefully, unlike the 10 spies, we'll be like the 2 spies and see the blessing and try something new. And it has a part in Hebrew and a part in English.
Lift up my eyes,
Shabbat Shalom, Uvorach.
As I mentioned at the beginning of our service, we are coming from a, let's say, complicated week. Supreme Court decision, first anniversary of the Champlain Tower, inflation, gas prices, and many other topics that are distracting our mind during the week. However, Shabbat came, and we enjoy the moment when we can disconnect ourselves from all those tzures in our daily life, and we can connect ourselves with God and learning Torah. So because of that, I wanted to share with you something about our Torah portion, Parashat Shlach, instead of going back, as I said before, to our daily tzures that are there, and we will take care of them, but after the end of Shabbat. There are two ways of responding to the question, how are you doing? One is a short answer, the other one a long answer. The short answer is, I'm fine. And the long answer is, I'm not fine. Most of the times when I ask people how they are, they give me and they offer me the short answer. I'm fine, Rabbi. And then they will say, why to complain? No one listens, no one cares. But the truth is, both the short and the long idea are correct. Things are good and things are not so good in our lives. We will read tomorrow, as Evelyn mentioned, we will read tomorrow the story of the 12 scouts who were sent to check out the land of Canaan, the promised land, and bring back a report. A report for Moses, for Aaron, and for the people of Israel. When 10 of them brought back a pessimist report, the people rebelled, and God condemned them to spend a total of 40 years in the wilderness so that the old generation would die out, a new and more optimistic nation could take charge. Yoshua ben Nun and Caleb ben Yefuneh told the people, "It is a land of milk and honey. Let us by all means go up, and we shall gain possession of it." While the other men said, "It's a land of milk and honey that devours its settlers. We cannot attack that people, for they are stronger than us." So the question is, how was it possible for 12 people to see the same piece of real estate and come back with a radical different assessment? The answer to the question can be found not in what the spies saw, but in how they perceived themselves. After giving such a negative report, the 10 scouts said, "We saw the Nephilim, the Anakim, the giants. We looked like grasshoppers to ourselves, and so we must have looked to them." Because they saw themselves so weak, they presumed that others saw them the same way. In other words, what we see is shaped by how we judge ourselves. And let me add that Joshua and Caleb, the two remaining scouts, did not contradict their colleagues. They never suggested that the land was not hostile or that the Canaanites were not fierce. They said, "Alo na'ale." Let us go up and gain possession of it. In other words, we can face any challenge. The two of them saw the Israelites strong and believed that they were able to succeed. The way they saw themselves gave them the courage to try. I will not stand here today and tell you that we are not facing challenges. We are facing many challenges in our lives: demographic, sociological, economical, and spiritual. But I'm confident that we are strong and resourceful and capable of addressing the needs of our families, our congregations, and our people. Like Joshua and Caleb, we have to be confident enough to say, Alona Ale, let us go up and we shall prevail. It's not numbers that define success or failure, but our individual and personal commitment to Jewish life and to build families and Jewish communities that will make a difference in the quality of Jewish life. For our ancestors, there was a visible symbol of what was at the heart of their community and their faith in the wilderness. At the center of the Israeli camp stood the Mishkan, the portable house of worship which contained the Ark of the Covenant. The Mishkan was a reminder that God was at the very center of Jewish life and that Israel has a responsibility to live by the teachings received at Mount Sinai. And we should ask ourselves the same question today. Why are we here? How will the Torah make a difference not only in our lives, but in the world? Are we willing to answer the call of God? Is God in the center of our lives? My answer to these questions, like Yoshua's answer to the people of Israel, is Alona Ale. We can rise up to the many challenges life presents. We have the capacity to do so. We need the faith and the commitment. Next time when someone will ask you, how are things? Do not answer, I'm fine or I'm not fine. Answer, I am great. I have faith, I'm confident, life is beautiful, and God offers me the opportunity to enjoy everything and everyone. Each of us has the ability to make it that way. We only have to try. Please rise. No, stay. Sorry. Evelyn, would you like to sing another song? To give us the time to reflect on my words and my message.
These you will find at the very end of Adon Olam. We're not singing Adon Olam yet, but it's the last verses. The Ueli. Please join us.
page 166, Aleinu.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה שלא שם חלקנו כאל וגורלנו ככל עמונה ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומונים עברי מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך שהוא נוטה שמיים ויסד הארץ ומושב יקרה בשמיים ממעל ושכינה כוזו בגובה מרומים הוא אלוהינו העליון ארץ מלכנו אפס זולתו ככתוב בתורתו ידעת היום בשמות האלה לבבך היא אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל ועל הארץ מתחתינו לתקן עולם במלכות שדי ונאמר והיה אדוני מלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו
We can take a seat. As we commemorate the first anniversary of the Surfside tragedy, we send our thoughts and prayers to the Naibrief, Beres Divin, and Levin family, as well as all the families affected. And for all those who are observing your side and or are in the mourning period, please rise to recite the Mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom, page 184. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דיברה חירותה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון ובימיכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו, יהא שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה, תהלה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, חיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל באמרו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל באמרו. אמן.
Shabbat Shalom. Can do better than that. Shabbat Shalom. So I'm Michael Kotzen, and this is the first Shabbat that I've been able to announce to you as the president of Beth Torah, which is a great honor, and I'm honored to do it. I've actually been unable to make the last month or so of Shabbats due to a bout of COVID and a vacation, but I'm very pleased to be back. And I want to thank our wonderful band, Benny, Alex, Mario, and Ismail. I want to thank our staff who are here, Matt and Andrea and Marla. And I want to thank our clergy, Evelyn and Rabbi Eppelbaum, who you probably don't remember, but I've met you a few times. And the last time I met you, I remember the date very well. It was July 4th, 2004. because you officiated my wife and my wedding about 18 years ago. So I remember that day. Do you remember it, Marla? No? Let the record reflect she's shaking her head. No? But good to see you again. So first, I have a couple of condolences. Condolences to the Newman and Blomberg families on Elsa's death earlier this week, and to Carol Fink and Gareth Fink on Michelle and Robert's death. We are all thinking about you during this difficult time. I want to wish our executive director, Matt Halpern, a wonderful trip to Israel. He's leaving in a few days to head one of the Maccabi delegations to Israel, so we hope you have a safe and wonderful time there. We'll definitely be thinking of you, and we wish we could all go with you, but if you can't go with him, you can go with him during the Greater Miami Jewish Federation mission. Have you signed up to join Beth Torah and the Greater Miami Jewish Federation in Israel in April 2023? Our goal is at least 75 Beth Torah members traveling together to celebrate 75 years of the State of Israel. If you haven't already done so, please reach out to the synagogue for more information. The launch of this summer's Musica and Me bilingual music series for children 6 months to 18 months has been such a hit that we've opened up a second set of classes. Contact Miss Grace to join the Musica and Me Fun. Our social action team is busy, and they're coordinating their next homeless outreach program for next Wednesday evening, June 29th. Learn more about the supplies being collected and register online for this meaningful mitzvah opportunity. Next Thursday, June 30th, we're excited to bring a Spanish language program to Beth Torah. I won't be able to understand a word, but I'm sure many of you will. So join us in welcoming Argentine-Israel journalist Gabriel Ben Toscal as he discusses his book, which is called 300 Questions, 300 Words About Anti-Semitism. Jill, have you ever painted with balloons? No? I haven't. I've thrown balloons, but I've never painted with balloons. But if you haven't done so, there's a technique called balloon smash painting. And Beth Torah is offering a 2-part class for adults with my son's favorite teacher, Miss Valeria Siegel, this evening, on the evening of Thursday, July 14th and Thursday, July 21st, where this technique will be showcased. Registration is open, of course, as always, at btbrc.org. We have a Beth Torah baseball game. We're going to be seeing our favorite team, the Florida Marlins, play my least favorite team, the New York Mets, on Sunday, July 31st at 1:40 at Lone Depot Park. Register through our website. We're going to be getting seats together, so you need to register early so we can do that. And finally, we've launched our Passport to B'nai Mitzvah program, a matched partnership savings program where our member families can invest in their child's journey to bar and bat mitzvah at an early age. Again, you can learn more on our website, which is btbrc.what? .org. Thank you very much, and Shabbat Shalom.
So we will finish our service singing and praying Adon Olam on page 188.
אדון עולם אשר מלך בטרם כל יציר נברא לעת נעשה וחפצו כל אזי מלך שמו נקרא ואחרי ככלות הכל לבדו ימלוך נורא והוא היה והוא והוא יהיה
eyes. Try to close your eyes. And focus on your heart, your soul, and your mind. Ribono Shel Olam, Supreme Being of the universe, help us to understand our small existence in this beautiful and huge world that you created for us. Bless us, O God, with a chance of shouting and screaming from the bottom of our hearts, Adonai hu Elohim, Adonai hu Elohim. Adonai is our God. Bless us, O God, so we will understand differences, opinions, but we won't judge people because of our differences and opinions. Bless us, O God, so we will be able to look for your presence, for your Torah, for your holy times, and for ourselves. Give us, God, the chance of being a blessing for all those who surround us, and offer us the possibility of looking at you with a sincere heart and mind. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'ishmerecha, Yaer Adonai panav elecha vichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha, ve'yasem lachem shalom. Amen. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat shalom, hey, Shabbat